Hello everyone and welcome to the coding school. In this video, I am going to solve some important pseudocode which were asked on 18 October in Accenture exam. For better understanding, I will also explain the pseudocode to make more comfortable in code. So let's see the first pseudocode. Our first question is that what will be output of the following pseudocode for a equals to 15 and b equals to 10. Now you can see the value of a is 15 and the value of b is 10 and the value of s is 2. Now we have to solve first this line and find out the value of a. As we know that the value of a is 15 and the value of s is 2. If you add, then the value of a will become 17, and if you find out the value of b, then we know that a value of b is 10 and the value of s is 2. If you add, add this, then it will become 12. Here also declare the value of a is it become 17 and the b will become 12. Now now we come on if condition and we have to check the condition is true or false. Now we put the value of a, the value of a is 17 greater than the value of b is 12. Now the condition is true, then it will return a bitwise b. It is a bitwise operator. Let's see how to solve it. First we have to make the XOR table. XOR table. See the XOR table. If you see the both input of a and b will be low, then the result will be low. If you see the one input is low and the one input is high, then the output will be high. And if see the one input is high and the other input is low, then also the output will be high. If the both input is high, then the output will be low. Now first we have to uh, convert a value of a in binary. As we know that how to convert, if we convert the value of a, the value of a is now 17. Now convert in a binary, then we can see the value of binary is 1. Now how to know about it? First 16 number. Now first we will have to convert the value of a in binary. Now the value of a is 17. Now we convert in a binary, then it will be like this. And also we have to convert the value of b in binary. 12 is 0. Then how to find it? Let's see. 16, 8, 4, 2, 1. We can see if you find out the value of 12, then if we can see the 8 and 4 is 12, then it will be 1 and 1 and the rest of number will be 0 0. So you can see here, and we can see 17 like this. Then if you add 16 and 1, it will be 17, so then it will be 1, and the 1 is 1 and the rest of all three will be 0. Let's see how to solve it. Then we can take a one line for better understanding. Now we can see in truth table the value of first input is high and second input is low, then the output will be high. Then we can see the first will be 1 then if the both input is low, then the output also low, then it will be 0. Okay, and it is also 1, it is also 1, and it is also 1. Now you can see here this number. Now this number is in a binary number. Now we convert in a octal. Let's see how to convert it. Then we can see in a first is a 16, in a 8 position is also 1, it means it's true. In 4 positions is also, then we add 16, 8 is uh, 24, 24 and 4 is 28, and is 0, 2 is 0 and 1, and the last is 1. It means if you convert in a octal, then the result will be 29. Then it means it will return 29, and the else condition will not be executed because the if condition is true. Now the if condition is terminate, and the program will be end. At the end, the it will print 29, then our answer is 29. Let's see the second pseudocode. What will be output of the following pseudocode? And you can see the value of a, b and c, and here also we declare and initialize the value of a is 12, the value of b is 14, and the value of c is 1. Now first we check this condition. It is a nested if, because here the if within the if. Now we check the first condition. The value of a is 12, and it is a bitwise operator, and you know very well about the bitwise operator. It is a greater and 1, and always remember that if in bitwise operator the both value are same, uh, in around the bitwise operator, then the output will be 0. Now we put it 0 and 1, and then if we check it, if in if condition, then it will be false, and the rest of all nested if, it will not be executed. Then the if condition is directly jump to the end if, and it will print the value of a minus b plus c. Here we can see a minus b plus c. The value of a is 12, minus the value of b is 40, and the value of c is 1. Now we solve it. It will return first minus 2 and plus 1, and at the end it will give you minus 1. It means our answer is minus 1. Here you can see our answer is minus 1, and it will print minus 1. Let's see the third pseudocode. What will be output of the following pseudocode? Here you can see the value of a and b. Here we also declare and initialize the value of a is 3 and the value of b is 2. Here we have to solve this first line. The value of a will be 7, because the value of a is 3 and the value of b and b is 2 to 4, and a is 3 is 7. Now we have to solve for loop each c from 1 and 1 to 2 and 2. It is an AND operator. Let's see how to solve it. And first we declare the value of a will become 7, and how to solve it AND operator. First we need a truth table of it. Here it is a truth table of AND operator, uh, uh, and next we have to convert the value of a and a in binary. if we convert 1 in binary, then it will become like this. And if and we have to subtract like this using an operator condition. Let's see, 1 and 1 here, 1 and 1 here is 1, and rest of all will be 0. Rest of all will be 0. Here you can see it will 1 return 1. It means see from 1 to, now we have to solve 2 and 2. It means also it will return 2. Here we can also write the for loop. This for loop we can write like this also. Here you can see c is 1, and if you come c and 1 is less than equal to 2, then the condition will be true, and it will come within the loop, and it will check if a is bitwise 1. Now we have to solve the bitwise operator again. Now we know that very well the value of a is 7. Then how to solve it? Here the value of a is 7. Let's see how to solve it. First we make the truth. Let's see, the truth table of XOR is like this. And now we have to convert the value of a and 1 in binary number. If we put it the value, first we convert in a binary number 7. 7 will be like this, 1 1 1, and we convert 1, it will be like this. And now we have to subtract according to the XOR. Let's see, here the both input is high, then the output will be 0. If one input is high and other is low, then the output will be 1. Here also you can see the output will become 1, and it will also 0. It means it will return 1 2 4. It means it will return 6. This here the value of a will be 6. Now the value of a will be 6, and the value of b will be -1. Now the second, it is a operate first time. Now the loop will be operate in second times. Now first now the value of a is 6, and it is also check second times. If we write the value of 6, it converts 6 in binary, it will give like this result, and convert to 1 also, it will give result also. And if we subtract according to the XOR condition, and then it will give us some output. It will return 0 1 and 1. Now if we convert this number in octal, then it will give you 1 2 4 to 6. It will give you 7. Now the value of a will be again become 7, and the value of b again become -1. Now this condition will be complete, and the for loop here complete, and we know the value of a and b. Now we have to add a plus b in a if condition. Then here the value of a is 7 and the value of b is -1. Here then it will condition will be true, and now we have to come in the value of a here, and now we know that very well the value of a is 7, and now and it is a 11. Now we have to add in 7 to 11. It will give you a will give you 18 result. Now the condition of if will be terminate. Now finally we have to print a plus b minus 2, and we know that the value of a is 18 and the value of b is minus 1, and the value of it is also here 2. Now we have to subtract in a 18 minus 3, then it will become 15. Let's see the answer of this pseudocode will be 15. Let's see the fourth pseudocode. What will be output of the following pseudocode? Here we declare and initialize the value of a and b. Here you can also see the value of a is 2 and the value of b is also 2. Here it is a for loop, each c from 1 to 2. It means the for will runs 2 times. Here uh, here it is the first condition. Now we have to check the first condition. Now the c values first time will be 1, and it will greater than a. Now so a value will be now 2, and it will add plus 1. If we check this condition, then the condition will be false, then this line will not be executed, and the end if. And now comes to this line, and find out the value of a. We know that the value of a is 2 and the value of b is also 2. Then if we add both values, then it will give a 4 result. We have also uh, initialize the value of a, it will become 4. Now to comes to a second if. We check a condition again. The value of a, the value of a is 4, now 4, and it's greater than b. The value of b is 2 and plus 1. If you check it for greater than 3, it means the condition is true. Then comes to this line and find out again the value of a. Now the value of a is 4, and we have to add 2, and then the a value will become 6. Also we have to uh, initialize and declare value of a is become 6. Now the else condition will not be executed because the if condition is true. Then the if condition is terminate. Now we have to again comes to this line, and find out again the value of a. A is now 6, and if we add 1, then it will become 7. Also we have to initialize the value of a is 7. Now the loop will operate second times, and now we check the condition again. Now it is check a condition again. Then if c greater than a plus 1, now the c value will become 2, and it's greater than a plus 1. A is now 7, and plus 1, it means it will become 8, it means this condition also false, then this condition will not be executed. And the end if now comes to the this condition. And if you find out the value of a, again we know that the value of a is 7, the value of a is 7, and the value of b is also 2, then it will become 9. Mm, then we can also declare initialize the value of value of a is 9. And now check, now comes in this if condition, check it is a false or true. Now if you check the value of a is 9 and is greater than b plus 1, b value is 2 and 1, it means it's a 3. This condition is true. Now comes this line. Again we have to find out the value of a. The value of a is equal to a plus 2. Now the value of a is 9 and we add the in we add 2 in 9, then it will become 11. uh, Again we have initialized the value of 9, and the else condition will not be executed because the if condition is true. And the and if and we comes to the this line. And also we have to find out the value of a, and we know the value of currently is 11, and also we add 1 and it will become 12. And at the last the value of a will become 12. Now at the loop will be terminate, the condition is fulfilled. Now print, at the end it will print a plus b, and we know that very well the value of a is 12 and the value of b is 2 and is equal to will be 14. It means it will give 14 result. It means our first option is right. Let's see the fifth pseudocode. What will be output of the following pseudocode for a equals to 9 and b equals to 7? Here you can also see the values of a and b. A equals to 9 and b equals to 7. Here we see the first condition of if b minus a means 7 minus 9 is minus 2 is less than b plus a. It means 9 plus 7 is 16. It means a condition is true, and it comes to the second if condition. It will check the value of a is greater than b. Value of a is 9 and a is greater than b. B value is 7. This condition has also true. And now comes to the this line, and we have to now find out the value of b. Now b is equal to a, and we know that very well the value of a is 9, and if we add is 1 it will become 10. Also we initialize the value of b, which is become 10. And now the end if now this if condition is complete. Also this if condition is complete, then return a plus b. And we know that very well the value of a is 9 and the value of b is 10. Now finally we add the value of a is 9 and the value of b is equal to 10. If it will give a 19, then our output will be a 19. So our third option is right. Let's see the sixth question. What will be output of the following pseudocode for a equals to 5 and b equals to 4? Let's see the value of a is equal to 5 and the b is equal to 4. Here uh, check this condition first. So let's see, check condition b equals to is 4 and it's greater than a value is 5. This condition is false, then this line is not executed and the if condition will be terminate. And last we have to come from this line and find out the value of a. Now the value of a is equal to now currently the value of a is 5 and the value of b is 4. 5 4 is equal to 9, and at the return a plus, at the last it will return a plus b. Now we know that very well the value of a is 9 and the value of b is 4. It means it will return 30. Then our answer is, right answer is 13. Let's see the seventh pseudocode. What will be output of the following pseudocode for a equals to 4 and b equals to 2? Let's see the first condition of the pseudocode. The first condition is a plus 2. A plus 2 is 4. A is equals to 4 and plus 2 is 6, and it's greater than 6 b plus 7. B is now 2 and 7 is, it will become a 9. Then this condition is false. It is not written, and this line is not executed. Now the else condition will be executed. Then we know that the value of a, here we know that the value of a is 4, and we add a 5, then the value of a will become 9, and we also have to initialize the value of a is 9. And let's come to the value of b. Value of b, now the value, currently the value of b is 2, and now we have to subtract minus 5. It means it return minus 3. Then the value of b will become minus 3, and at the end the if condition will be terminate and the return a plus b. Now the value of a is 9 and the value of b is uh, minus 3. Then 9 minus 3, uh, it is a 9 minus 3 is equal to 6. So our pseudocode output is 6. Then our option b is correct. Let's see the second pseudocode. What will be output of the following pseudocode? Here we can see we declare the value of n is equal to 5 and a equals to 0. Now we have to solve the value of a. So we know that very well what is the value of a. So we can put it here. The value of n is 5, and here we add n plus 1 is 6. Now we multiply 5 into 6, it will become a 30. It will become 30, and we divide. Now we divide by 2, then it will give you a 15 result, and we can initialize the value 15 in a. And at the end we have to find out the value of n. Now n is 15. mm, n is 5, and value of a is 15. If you add this, it will return 20, but we have to print the value of a. So the value of a is equal to 15. So our output will be a 15. Let's see the last pseudocode. What will be the output of the following pseudocode? For a equals to 15 and b equals to 10. Here you can also see a equals to 15 and b equals to 10. We have initialize and declare. In this pseudocode, the loop will be iterated uh, 3 times s from 1 to 3. Here let's see the first condition. A equals to a uh, ampersand s. It means it is a AND operators. So let's see how to solve a AND operator. First we need a truth table of AND operator. Let's see the two tables of AND operators. And now the value of a, uh, we have to convert in a binary. So the it is a 15. Now we have to convert in a binary, so it will become 1 1 1 1 uh, 5 times, because it is a 1 2 4 8 and 16. It means it is become a 4 times. And now the value of s is 1. Then it is also convert it in binary. Now we have to subtract according to the AND operator condition. Now let's see, if both input is high, then it will give a high result, otherwise it will not give a high result. You can see in this way, only one in a one condition, one input one times it is a high, then it will give one, and in all times it will give a 0 0 and 0 and 0. So the output of this condition, it will be 1, then the value of a will become 1. So it will become 1, and uh, it will iterate a second time. The loop will run second times, and let's again check the value of a is 1 and the value of s is 2. Then the value of 1 is equal to 0 0 0 and 1, and the s is become 2, and 2 is equal to 0 0 1 0. Now we have to subtract according to the uh, end condition. Now here no any one condition is true, so output will be 0. Then the a will return 0, a will return 0. Also here we initialize the value of a is 0, and the loop is operate in third times, and if a first condition is false, then the whole condition will be false. Then the value of a will become again 0. Then we comes in the if condition. Here we check a greater than b. A is 0 and a greater than b. B value is 10. This condition also false. It means returns a, or it means this return condition will not be executed. Here the else condition is executed. It's return b uh, and %1. It means it is the AND operator. Then we have to convert the b values also in a binary. Now the b value is 10. Now we have to convert tens in binary. 1 0 1 0, and with 1 0 0 0 and 1, and according to the end percent, if we subtract it, it will give all condition is 0. It means our output is 0. You can see our option B is correct answer. If you want latest coding questions of Accenture, you can see in description bar. I will provide a link of a coding question, and if you want a placement material, you can visit our website www.prepdrive.com. And if you feel this video is beneficial for you, so please subscribe and like also. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.